Alright. So this time, since we are already familiar in getting mastery about how to solve, no? Or convert from scientific notation to significant figures, or from significant figures to scientific notation. So always remember that those are the important parts, okay, in which we can do few techniques, no, in a shorthand way to shorten a number from smaller to largest number, or from a larger number to the smallest numbers. Okay? That is why the scientific notation is a kind of technique, no? Not only measuring but also counting with accurate or precise results according to what is our purpose, no? Why we count those things, why we should do it accurately or in a precise manner. Okay? Now, we will proceed about the tools that we need to use to measure. No? What are the measuring equipment and laboratory equipment found, which is very beneficial, no? Especially in measurement or even counting, no? Different physical quantities. Okay. What are the tools? So there are few important tools that we should prepare, especially for scientists or even students like you guys. Since you are still developing your measuring ability, measuring skills and counting ability, especially in application of mathematical computations or scientific application. Right? So what are tools used by most scientists? In your science journal, okay, soon, okay, coming soon, we will start doing our experiment, okay, in this room. But first, you have to familiarize, okay, the names, identify its name, no? What are the uses and functions of those laboratory equipment inside this room? In your science journal, no, we always have a recording, no, description, explanation, or report plan. No, that is why we need to write something, okay, like a experimental journal, yours, okay, through step-by-step or scientific investigation process. First, guys, please familiarize this picture. This is one of the most important tools for what? What physical quantity is this applicable? Okay, the physical quantity of mass. So we're going to measure the weight of an object. Okay? So we have weighing scale or tripole beam balance. So it is a digital balance used by scientists or students to measure the mass of an object. Okay? Again, what is this? Tripole beam balance. So look at the definition also between the mass and weight. Okay? In which mass is the amount of matter of an object. However, when we talk about weight, the amount of gravitational force acting, okay, on an object downward. Okay? That's what we call weight. Which gravitational force acting on an object. So there is a downward force or the gravity of an object. Okay? So we can feel how light or heavy it is. So what is the measuring tool of the mass? We have balance scale. Okay? What about the measuring tool of weight? We can use spring scale. Then what is the unit of mass? We can deal with gram or kilogram. Sometimes we think that weight should be used with gram or kilogram. But basically in scientific process, no? The weight deals with what we call Newton force due to its gravitational force. Okay? Don't be confused, because if you're going to weigh your body, someone would ask you, what is your weight? Then you will use kilogram, right? Okay? Then the location of that not changed by location, especially for the mass. And then for weight, changed by its location. Another one, what is this? What this picture is? Thermometer. Okay, that's correct. What do you think the purpose of using a thermometer? To check the hotness and coldness of your body or room, temperature or an object. Okay? What is the average temperature? 25 degrees Celsius. Okay, so average usually in our body temperature, good indicator is 37 degrees at least, degrees Celsius. Okay? So, considering in this case, okay, if it's higher than that, possible you will, this is an indicator that there is something wrong about your body. Either you are sick, okay? If it's below than that, okay, there is something wrong again. Okay? Then we can also check, there are different thermometers that we can use. Clinical thermometer, normally we use at the hospital, right? At the clinic. Then the other one, room, okay? Laboratory thermometer too, to check the temperature of our room. Either our room is cold, it's in average temperature, or maybe in very low temperature or hot temperature. Okay, then this one also, clinical thermometer, remember, it's very useful, mostly used by nurses and medical doctors too, to check your body temperature, what's the condition inside your body. Okay. This one, flasks, beakers, petri dishes, test tubes, and specimen jars are used as containers. Anyway, I already explained this to you. Did I show you before my pre-recorded video, right? Okay, by next week before we proceed with our discussion. So we have test tubes, specimen jars are used as containers to contain volume of liquid. If we need water as part of our solution, if we need some any liquid solutions, we can contain those things